Yo, what is going on, everybody? It is your boy Kato. Welcome back to another video over here on Amplify. Again, I'm so excited to give you guys some of the knowledge that I have in the independent realm. Today's video, I want to talk to you guys about how to upload your music to distribution services and what services to use, because if you want your music on Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes, Amazon, all that other stuff, you can't just go to the website and upload it there. You have to upload it through a distribution company. The main reasons that I use DistroKid is that it's a one-time fee per year. You don't have to pay per song like a lot of different companies. You just pay one flat fee per year. You can upload as many songs as you want to. But another big reason is that Spotify just bought DistroKid not too long ago. So if you use DistroKid, your music gets on Spotify a lot earlier than some other places. But when you go to DistroKid, it looks something like this. All you got to do is create an account. It's going to be like this with any company that you use. It's very self-explanatory. I've already made an account, so I'm not going to make another one. But when you create your account, it's going to give you these three different options that you can pick from to upload your music. Now, this one right here, the musician, is definitely easiest for people that are just starting to upload their music and just starting in the independent realm. It's only $20 a year, and you can upload as many songs as you want to. If you make 365 songs in a year, you can upload every single one of those. It's only going to cost you $20. You're going to make that back quick, as opposed to a lot of different services that I know you have to pay per song to upload. It's definitely way easier on the pockets. But even with the lowest option right here, you still get a Spotify verified check mark. You can upload unlimited songs and albums. I'm currently on the Musician Plus, so I can make a collab album with Musician Plus, which I have done with my producer and fellow rap artist Joey Nato. With that, the album popped up on my Spotify, also popped up on his Spotify, so it helps with the streams, get you more streams that way. With this, you can do the main artist feature, which is huge for Spotify. So I have a song with Futuristic called Now or Never. I have about 250,000 monthly listeners on a normal basis. He has about 1.4 to 1.6 million monthly listeners. He made me a main artist on his song, so the song pops up on his Spotify, also pops up on my Spotify, so all of those listeners are combined to almost 2 million monthly listeners instead of just 250,000 with mine or 1.4 million with his. You can customize your pre-order date, which is huge. And then the last one is pretty much just the second one beefed up a little bit more. You can add as many main artists as you want to. So this really probably would have helped a lot for my YouTube ciphers that I've done. It would have popped up on every single person's Spotify instead of just mine. But if you're just starting out and just want to get your music out there, definitely go with the Musician. It's only $20 a year. That's like $1.67 a month. It's not going to hurt you. But if you want to be taken more seriously about it and you really want to grow, at least go with the Musician Plus. That way you can customize your pre-order date. You can customize the launch date of the song. With the Musician, you upload the song and then it just goes out whenever it hits the stores and it's ready. Sometimes it can be 2 days, sometimes it can be 14 days. You never really know. But with the Musician Plus, if you want the song to come out 2 weeks from now, you can upload it and get it out there, and it's going to come out on that day. But once you get that set up, now it's time to upload a song. So there's a very obvious upload button right here, and it gives you a selection of all the sources that you guys want to upload your music to. So if for some reason you have a personal vendetta against Deezer, you can unclick it and the song won't be uploaded to Deezer. But obviously you want your song on as many platforms as possible, so make sure all of these are checked. You can select the number of songs, so if you're only uploading a single, you would obviously just do one song. But if you have a 15 song album, you go to 15 songs and it creates all 15 song slots where you can upload everything and create your album. This is where you put in your artist name, so when you create the account, it's going to ask you what your artist name is and things like that. And this right here, since I have the Musician Plus, I can pick what day I want the song to be uploaded. So if I want the song to be uploaded on Halloween, I just scroll down here and pick it, and I can even choose what time I want it to be uploaded on Spotify specifically. Like I said, Spotify owns DistroKid, so there's a much tighter correlation there. But it even tells you right here, try to give yourself at least 1 week when uploading songs to make sure it gets into all of the stores and it's processed. And then this right here doesn't matter that much. If you want the song to come out at 12 a.m. everywhere across the globe, you can do that. Or if you want it to come out at 12 a.m. that time zone specific time, you can do that. I don't really know the stats behind it. I would assume it's better to release it at the same time worldwide. That way nobody steals your songs and uploads it. And then since I have the Musician Plus, I can choose to let people pre-order it, and I can start the pre-order date. So the song's coming out on October 31st. If I want the pre-order to start 5 days from now, like I said, give it a couple days to upload to the stores. People can pre-order this thing October 20th. I have a whole 10 days, 11 days of pre-orders, and then that helps with charting as well. The record label doesn't matter. You're independent. Just put your name there. Next, you choose the cover art. Make sure you guys always have cover art made for your song that looks halfway appealing. I've got some pretty rough ones on here. We have graphic designers on Amplify that'll make you one like that. The genre, if you have a hip-hop song, obviously you would pick hip-hop and rap, but if it sounds kind of rockish, alternative, that can definitely help with pushing it into certain playlists. But a secondary genre is optional. You don't have to do it, but I definitely try to recommend doing that just for SEO reasons. You could be putting a playlist for whatever reason. So if I have a rap song that has some heavy guitar in it, I could technically put it in metal. And then here you upload the name of your track. Make sure you have no typos. I've done this before. before where I had a typo in a song and I had to take it down and re-upload it and it took a long time. Don't do that. Double check everything when you upload this stuff. And then here is where you would upload your song. So we just click choose file. So say I want to upload the song with Futuristic again. I click it right there and then boom, the song is in there ready to go. And then the songwriter stuff, obviously you're going to be the one that wrote the song. The songwriter real name. Okay, I did not think this was that important until I had some really weird stuff happen to me. I was super like paranoid about people knowing my real name when I first did all this stuff, but this completely screwed me when it came to people featuring me on songs. So when people would upload songs and they needed my real name for the song, I wouldn't give it to them. And so sometimes my feature would show up on some other random crypt page instead of that because it didn't have my real name. It uses that to correlate yourself. So always put your real name, even if you're a little paranoid about it. If the song has explicit lyrics, you want to make sure to mark it as yes. Radio edit, so if you blur out your swearing or something, you can mark that. This is another pretty essential one right here, is the preview clip start time. So know, for example, TikTok. Every song that you upload on DistroKid can be uploaded to TikTok, but it starts at a preview time. So if I upload a song here and I don't select a preview time, the stores automatically pick it, and then on TikTok it could just be a random part of the song that doesn't make sense. If you want your song to blow up on TikTok, if you want a specific part of the song to play on TikTok, you would select your preview clip start time. But this can also help draw people into your song. So if there's a specific part of the song that is like a wow factor that you want people to hear, preview that so people download that song so they can hear the rest of it. And then obviously I can choose the price because I have the Musician Pro, but I always keep everything at 99 cents. Then there are some extra stuff right here. YouTube money. So if you want your song to content ID people, like if somebody uses your song in a reaction video, if they just use your song in a Call of Duty montage, you get the money for that video. I don't do this because I am a reactor myself and I understand both sides of the spectrum. You do get more money this way, but I don't do this. I won't ever do this. I recommend not doing this, but I'm not going to kill you if you do. I know several people that do. Business-wise, it's smarter. That way, if someone steals your stuff, you can still make the money from it. This is where things can start to get a little more money because that is a $5 per year thing for that one song. So if you do a whole album that way, it's $5 per song. And that's all this stuff in the extra. So if you have Store Maximizer, if there's some new stores that are put out, they will put that in the new stores. Shazam, I actually recommend this one because a lot of people still use Shazam if they hear a song that they don't know. And then leave a legacy, so if you die for whatever reason, your songs never get deleted off of anything and your family can collect the revenue for it. And then there are some more checkboxes down here that you just authorize everything that the song can be uploaded to YouTube Music. You still make the money for it, that you recorded this music and you authorize for it to be sold in all these stores, that you're not faking somebody's artist name, so if you're not saying that you have a feature from Drake when you don't actually have one, and that you've read the terms of agreement. And then you click done, and then boom, your song's uploaded. And DistroKid has a ton of different tools that you can utilize, but this is just the basics on how to upload your music and where to do it. Hopefully this helps you guys out. I know it's a long video, but I've had a ton of questions about this, and I wanted to get into detail as far as possible. We would probably go more into detail about playlisting, when to upload your music, the pre-order dates, all that other stuff. Futuristic will more than likely talk about that kind of stuff. He knows more about it than I do. But this is just the basics, so hopefully this helped you guys out. If you have any questions whatsoever about independent music and what to do, please comment them down below. We will make a video on it. We will answer your questions. You guys help us out a lot with some of the content that we make, so please comment down below if you have any other questions or if this helped you guys out. But until next time, it has been your boy Crypt. Love you guys. See you in the next video.